All praises to Yahweh, Basham Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is going to be a video, man, on all you women out there that think that you're warriors, man. Right? You think that you're warriors and you think, oh, I can handle myself against a man. And you actually really believe that that's true. Right? Now, I ain't here to say that no woman on the earth can beat any man in a fight, can't beat any man in a fight, because I know that that's not true, right? But I came across this video yesterday, man, and I was watching it. And as I started watching this, I was getting angry, man, and I don't even really know what they're saying in this video, and I believe that this woman might be Brazilian or something like that, and I believe she's speaking Spanish, right? And they ain't really know, I can't understand what they're saying because I don't speak that language, right? But I watched this video anyway, and I saw that it was a woman saying I sparred a bodybuilder, and then she's trying to put this video up like she was kicking his ass. And even when she was sparring with this guy, she was taunting him, right, and thinking as though she was actually holding her own with him. When, as I was analyzing what was going on in the fight between them, in a little spar between them, he could have ended her ass at any point, man, if he really wanted to. And if he was fighting with a man, he would have acted completely different. But he didn't want to hurt her because she kind of looks a little bit good or whatever. Now, different brothers like what different women look like, but she looks alright in my opinion. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why he wasn't really trying to spar with her properly, man. But she took it as though she was actually holding her own with him, and I'm gonna play a bit of it anyway, man, and you'll get to see. I'm gonna play a little bit of it right now. You see how she was walking, like, how she just posed arrogantly there. Let me show it again, man. You see her there? You see how she's like trying to pose off as if she is actually really a warrior, man. No man is gonna look at a woman that looks like that as though she's no warrior. And even though she's meant to be a female fighter and all of that, look at how she's dressed. She's still dressed on the typical standard booty shorts kind of way, man. Right? She's still on the same booty shorts kind of way, the attention-seeking dressing kind of way, because this guy's not wearing that. This man ain't wearing none of that stuff. And here's the easiest way to prove that women are not warriors, man. If they both had their tops off, sparring with each other, that changes the whole scenario of what their mindset between each other is going to be to do with each other, man. That man's mindset ain't going to be on throwing the jab. If she had no top on and he had no top on, that changes the whole mindset of the thing, man. Now, let me get some scriptures, man. And the first scripture is going to be how you women need to rise up that are at ease, man, because, like, for women to actually think that like, a lot of women have started going to the gym now and taking part in boxing and all of these kind of things. But I remember about, like, maybe 12 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, that was not happening, right? That was not a thing before like that. But since like Ronda Rousey and these kind of women have came out doing combat sports, there's been a big influx of women taking part in these things, and they actually think they can beat men up. Some of them do. But they're going to get the chance to find out that that's not true, man. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9, rise up, ye women are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear to my speech. So Yahweh's telling women to fix up, man. To fix up. Now, let me go back. Let me play some more, man. I'm gonna quickly play some more. I want to just catch a few snippets of this sparring session, man. Now I don't know what the hell they're saying, but like, look, like. She actually thinks, and I didn't even mean to pause it there, man, but she actually thinks that, I can tell that she actually thinks that she could kick his ass for real, man. And, like, even though I can't tell what they were saying, she's a kickboxer, like a Muay Thai fighter. And when she was first trying to spar with him, I couldn't tell, even though I can't speak the language, I can tell that she was trying to arrange for the spar to be kicks and punches, but he said, no, well, let's just do punches. And then she kind of stropped about that, right? But then later on in the video, if brothers want to watch it, because I'm not going to play the whole thing anyway, later on in the spar, she ends up being able to throw kicks. And she's not really hurting him as much as she thought. And he lands a jab on her once. By accident, he lands one clean. And her whole demeanor changes, man. And she stops being cocky for a little bit in that point. But you can see that he's paused here, right? And for anybody that knows a little bit about fighting, right? Her hand positioning right now, as she's thrown that jab, is whack as hell. And this is a guy that's not even trained. This guy focuses on trying to build big muscles. But then these days, everyone gets called a bodybuilder anyway. You ain't a bodybuilder just because you've got a gym membership and you can bench press 100 kg. That don't make you a bodybuilder, man. Right? But anyway, like, just by a hand position of her throwing this punch right there, she's clean. She's way open. Right there, you can see it, man. And if he was even trying to throw any punch back to her, he'd land all of them. Right now, just from her hand position, man. She don't, like, no man that's not an alphabet community person is gonna be looking at a woman that looks like this, dressed in that way, and be thinking about, oh man, she's such a warrior. That's not what they're gonna be thinking of about her. Right? They're not gonna be looking at her that way, man. But anyway, let me play a bit more, man. Like, she's trying to like really see if she can hurt him, and she can't. She can't hurt him.
Segundos.
You see what I mean? She's trying to like stunt on him and that, and try and flex. She's trying to like fake to throw kicks and all of this. But what she don't realize is that she would lose. You see what I mean? She would actually lose, man. Let me read some more scriptures. Isaiah 32 and verse 10. Many days and years shall be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Now, she's obviously trying to embarrass him slightly and that, and try and flex and all of this and throw all these other moves, because she knows that her coach is there. That's actually a warrior. That's actually a fighter that can fight for real. Her coach, I've seen spar with what's his name, man? Alex Pereira. I've seen her coach spar with Alex Pereira and wasn't doing too bad. So she's obviously trying and throw out a few little things, because she knows that coach would step in if he was to throw any punches that land on her any good, man. And that's why there's no point and no benefit of a man trying to spar with no women anyway, because as soon as a woman's losing, she's going to try and remember what gender she is all of a sudden then, man. You know? She's a feminist until she gets that first jab in her nose. And then that's a female. And if I can catch it on the camera, the part where he lands a jab on her clean, I'm going to show you all, man. Because that video, when I was watching it, was getting on my nerves, man. And she was actually thinking that she's a warrior, man. And then I saw a comment that mentioned that. Let me go to this verse 11. Tremble ye women at ease. Be troubled ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. And gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the present fields, for the fruit of vine. So they're going to be longing for the days where they could go back to the peaceful times, man. And women ain't going to be seeking to be warriors in that time. Right? Damn, all these things, man. Let me try and not show none of this, man. Let me try and find that comment, man. See, here's a comment. You can kick my ass all day, Maria, if you want. So you already know what his mindset's on, right? He's thinking about what that ass looks like. He ain't thinking about, oh man, she's a good fighter. Because men don't look at women like that for real. Now, here's the comment I was looking for, right? He says, LOL, girl, be humble and respectful. The guy played with you and obviously didn't throw the right or hooks and didn't pressure you much. Otherwise, you'll be KO'd in less than 10 seconds. And that's facts, man. Women are not warriors like that, man. They're not. And women that are fighters, shouldn't they be sparring with other women? So that it's realistic towards the actual sport. Because men are always going to hold back for the most part when they're sparring with women. And if they don't, then the woman's going to get hurt. And if she's got a fight coming up, you can't be going to the hospital when you've got a fight coming. You can't be getting broken bones and stuff like that when you got a fight coming up. Even the male pros end up sometimes getting injured in sparring, and their fights have to get cancelled. So how much more women sparring against men? And another proof that women are not warriors like they think they are is that men don't spar with women to prepare for their fights. But women always try and spar with men to prepare for theirs. But anyway, yet you still act cocky and even tried to throw a kick in his face after the match, which that's later on in the video if you want to watch this, because it's an alright video to watch, I guess. Are you serious? Funny enough, you looked way more tired than him, even though usually it's bodybuilders who get tired quickly as F. I hate this type of girls. I think they meant to say these. I hate these type of girls. You go 10% on them, they go 100%, and yet they act like they beat you up. Laugh my ass off. What? He played with you like a lion would play with a kitten. He obviously didn't want to hurt you, and he was only going 10%. Yet you show your ego and throw kicks after the round and act like you just won a world boxing title. Be humble and respect your sparring partner, especially because he clearly tried not to damage you, and that's facts, man. He wasn't trying to hurt her. He probably likes what she looks like, man. He's probably thinking, man, she's kind of hot. Maybe if I go easy on her, I can take her, get a date after this. He ain't thinking about fighting her for a fight as she's a fighter for real, man. Right? But the way how she was going on is if she's kicking his ass for real. Let me play a bit more.
Va bene, può bere. Now, oggi
You see what I mean? You see how easy you just caught it in? Women are not warriors, man. Right? Women are not warriors for real. Like, let me go back and show that a bit again, man. Like, you really need to be humble, man, because even the men that are fighters and are good in combat sports, they're gonna be humbled when all hell breaks loose, man. Haven't you people read the scripture that says for every battle of the warrior, right? For every battle, it roughly goes, normally every battle of the warrior is with garments rolled in blood and confused noise, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, so it's not even going to necessarily matter too much how good you are with the hands, how good you are with the sword, whether you're nice with the nunchucks, whether you're good with the throwing darts and all that. That's not going to matter. It's going to be about what your position is with the Lord, man. Now let me play this last bit again, man. And I ain't Teddy Atlas, so I ain't gonna try and do too much fighting reviews, man.
Va bene, può bere. Now, oggi
Easy court, like she's not as nice with it as she thinks she is, man. She'd be alright if she's fighting with a woman, but even among the woman level, like there's several women out there that would mess her up, man. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the whole combat sports thing, man. When it comes to the whole combat sports thing, there's always somebody that's got your number, right? Muhammad Ali, everyone calls him the greatest of all time, but there's many fighters out there that have beat him. Joe Frazier whooped his ass when they first fought, and people can say whatever they want to say about, oh, he had time off and all of that. Well, when they both hadn't had time off, he almost won that fight too, and Ali was gonna quit in the 14th round, but Joe Frazier's corner threw in the towel. So people can say whatever they want to say, but then Joe Frazier lost to George Foreman. You see? Everyone, most of these fighters, they always get a loss, whether it's official or unofficial. You have Tyson Fury, he was nice with it. He did his thing. He beat Deontay Wilder up, right? But then Francis Ngannou beat up Tyson Fury. And they had a fight to prove who's the baddest man on the planet. And you can say whatever you want to say about who won the fight. It don't matter. If that would have been an MMA fight, that would have been over as soon as Tyson Fury hit the ground. And Tyson Fury couldn't go into an MMA cage and do what Francis Ngannou did to him. Because when it comes to the carnal thing, someone's always got your number, man. There's always somebody out there that can beat you on any given day, man. And somebody that you might beat today might be able to beat you tomorrow. They might be able to beat you tomorrow, man. And that's why we ain't supposed to glorify none of that stuff, man. But that woman was moving proud, and I'll put the video in the description box, man. Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 23 does say, if Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches. And everyone's gonna get their chance to test out their skills, man. You women that think you're nice with the MMA, or you women that training now, and you make your TikToks and all that, and you're like, oh, if a man can't deadlift, if a man can't squat, if a man can't bench press this particular number or this particular weight, then he's not really a man. If your boyfriend can't do this number, or that number, then you need to find a new boyfriend. Or you men that say these kind of things, right? Well, when all hell breaks loose, we're gonna see how that gym sessions that you've been doing is gonna translate into a real physical activity, man. Because training weights in the gym is not fighting, right? You had these two world's strongest men guys. You had Eddie Hall and you had Forber Johnson, right? And them two was competing back and forth with each other about, oh, who's the toughest, who's the strongest, and all of this. They had loads of competitions against each other. One had deadlifted 500 kilograms. The other one went on to just prove he's stronger by deadlifting 1 kilogram more. He did 501 kilograms, right? They ended up meeting each other in public and stuff like that. The one guy, Eddie Hall, was threatening the other guy, talking about, I'll bite your nose off and all of this talk. I'll do this to you, I'll do that to you, right? So then they had a fight, man. They had a boxing match. And the guy that was doing most of the talking did not win and got humbled. Eddie Hall got humbled, right? And that shows that weights does not translate to fighting. But then boxing matches do not translate to a real fight neither. Neither does MMA translate to a real fight and to a real scenario, because in a real scenario, right, anything can happen. And that's why trying to be a tough guy is pointless, man, because everyone can lose. You understand? Everyone can lose, man. Everyone can lose. There's been professional fighters that have came to certain parts of the world and been robbed. They've been beat up and they've been robbed. They've been attacked and stuff like that, right? Because everyone can lose, man. No one's invincible out here. King David was a great mighty man, but he had certain scenarios in his life where he had to run away. When that Edomite found him and was going to snitch up that it was him, he had to pretend like it wasn't him and foam at the mouth to act crazy. He ran from Saul, right? He prayed to the Lord to defend him against his enemies, but he was able to do some mad things physically, but he still called upon the Lord to defend him out of scenarios. And that's why, like, that video made me do this lesson, man, because that woman, the way she was going on, was as though she could really beat that guy up, man. And surprisingly, there was a comment in there mentioning exactly that I'd seen before and decided to read, man. Telling that woman to be humble because he could have seriously hurt her, and he could have. But she doesn't believe that. She actually was acting like she could win, man. She was acting like she was winning for real. And then when he landed them shots on her, you saw how her face changed, man. And if you want to watch it, let me go back to it again, man. If you want to watch it, right? If you want to watch the video, here's the video title. And I'm going to put the link in the description if you want to watch him. And then you can watch the whole thing if you want to, if you're into fighting and stuff like that. And you can see the training that she's learning and all of that. But if you just want to watch the spar, it's around like the halfway mark, like around 15 minutes. And then there's a little break and all that. And then they do a like a kickboxing match or whatever, and she throws kicks and all that stuff, and she's actually acting like she's winning, man. But anyway, I'm going to end the lesson there, man. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom.